Welcome back to another deep dive. Today, we're jumping straight into some Schoolboy Rugby action, the King Price Derby Series. You've got some fantastic match reports you sent in. And yeah, our job is to really unpack what mattered in these big games.
Absolutely. And what's really striking, I think, is how these reports just scream resilience, don't they? Amazing comebacks, pure grit. We're looking at 2 games from Cape Town's southern suburbs and then a really key matchup in Joburg, all from that last weekend of Term 2. Should be good.
Okay, let's dive right into Cape Town then. Memorial A, the big one. College versus Berg. So Sax against Wynberg. Now Sax, they had a pretty rough first half of the season, hadn't they? Still looking for that first home win, first Derby win.
Yeah, exactly. And missing big names too. Meanwhile, Wynberg were, well, flying. Top of the SS4, that's the top 4 schools down there, and, you know, almost cracking the national top 10.
So huge mismatch on paper, potentially. How did it actually play out? How does an underdog, especially with players out, face that?
Well, that's the fascinating part. Sax, they put up this incredible fight in the first half, really dug in defensively. They actually scored first and nearly got a second. So at halftime, it was locked at 7-7. Defiant stuff.
Wow, 7-7 at the break. That's impressive resilience right there.
It really was. Showed smart tactics too, forcing Wynberg wide, kind of neutralizing their scrum power initially. But, you know, the pressure tells eventually. In the second half, the Wynberg pack, especially at scrum time, just started to dominate. They got that consistent go-forward ball, led to a try for Cherpo Humba, and then Yakin Ahmed, who got man of the match, sealed it.
So Wynberg took it 21-10 in the end.
That's right, 21-10. But you have to credit Sax. They made Wynberg work incredibly hard for that win. Showed real heart.
Okay, staying in the southern suburbs, same day, different field. The Bish-Bosh game. Rana Bosch were hosting, and they needed a result, didn't they? After that earlier Derby loss.
Oh, absolutely. You could tell Rana Bosch were on a mission. They basically gave Bishops no room to breathe. 4 different try scorers, David Kadima, Daniel Cook, Ismail Conrad, Josh Neal. Just relentless pressure. And Sebastian Boshoff didn't miss a kick. Perfect conversions led to a really dominant 28-7 win.
So that's a team effectively turning disappointment into fuel, yeah.
Exactly. A powerful response. It shows how you can channel that frustration, refocus, and deliver a clinical performance. Very impressive.
Right, let's head north now, Johannesburg. The Pink Day Derby. St. Stithians versus St. John's. Always a big occasion.
Yeah.
And St. John's had won it the year before, 2024. So you figure St. Stithians were fired up for this one.
Definitely came for redemption. And this game was something else. A proper game of 2 halves, as they say. St. Stithians just came out firing. Absolute dominant first half. They went into the break 22-0 up.
22-0. Okay, game over surely.
You would think so. But then, discipline. St. Stithians picked up 2 yellow cards. Suddenly down to 13 men. And St. John's, well, they smelled blood, didn't they? They just seized the moment completely. 3 tries, bang, 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 in about 20 minutes. Landal Coupe got 2 of them. Suddenly, it's 22-21. Unbelievable turnaround.
Wow, from 22-0 to 22-21. That's incredible pressure. You can just imagine the tension.
Oh, palpable. St. Stithians were hanging on by a thread. Oliver Wilson missed a penalty chance to maybe ease the nerves a bit. But then, right at the death, he gets another shot, and this time, he slots it. 3 points.
Phew. So they just scraped through 25-21 in the end?
Just about. A very, very nervy win. It really shows how quickly things can unravel, you know?
Okay, so 3 really different games, but all showing these elements: resilience, comebacks, handling pressure, or maybe not handling it so well at times. We're at the halfway point of the 2025 season now. The King Price Derby Series definitely delivered the drama.
It really has, week in, week out.
So thinking about how these teams dealt with those moments, the pressure, the shifts in momentum, what does that suggest as we look ahead to Term 3? We were promised upsets and last-minute drama. It seems like we're already seeing plenty of it.
I think it tells us that complacency is lethal. Teams that can maintain intensity, adapt tactically mid-game like St. John's tried to, and crucially, keep their discipline under pressure, those are the teams likely to thrive. And yeah, based on these games, Term 3 could be absolutely electric. Expect the unexpected, I'd say. Underdogs will fancy their chances, and favorites know they can't switch off for a second.